ask you, why do you think that Truman has never come close to discovering the true nature of his world until now?
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented. It's as simple as that.
Good morning, America. And welcome to the Daily Vibe with Alex Ziegler and Hannah Dorn.
We will discuss a memorable line from a popular movie, The Truman Show, and explore the implications and veracity of the quote you just heard. The speaker of this quote, Christof, created and directed Truman's Life. He created a reality TV show following Truman Burbank from birth to death. He designed a TV set big enough to resemble the world to Truman.
Although, something interesting about this show is that Truman has no idea that he is just a character. Truman lives his life day to day believing that the TV set is his real world. There are thousands of cameras that are hidden throughout the set.
Pretty crazy that he really has no idea there is a world outside of his.
And it's the only world he knows. Ever since Truman was a young boy, he has wanted to explore the world, which would mean leaving his fabricated world.
Oh, Truman. You knew this would happen. You know you can't drive over water. Just go home where you'll feel safe.
But he can't, and he won't be able to leave, because everyone on the set constantly come up with various reasons and obstacles to keep Truman on the set.
Truman doesn't realize that by exploring the world, he would be leaving his TV set world, which he believes to be the real world.
All of the people in Truman's life are actually actors. I mean, can you believe it? Your friends and even your own wife, your parents too, are all just people paid to pretend.
But think about it. It's all Truman knows. That's his reality. To the viewers, The Truman Show is real, a reality TV show, kind of like people watching our lives play out each and every day.
Exactly. We believe our lives to be the truth because it's what we are given.
Statement from Real Life Wisdom that said, there's an objective reality and then there's the truth that has been shaped by human experience and emotion. There's always more to life than we know. Just like the actors and actresses in Truman's world have shaped his.
Exactly, and how his wife Meryl used product placement throughout Truman's life to advertise for the audience in Truman, and also how every day the sunrise and sunsets are the same. The neighbors are always doing the same thing, and he runs into the same exact people each day on his way to work.
All of these aspects in The Truman Show shape Truman's life and who he is.
And you know what this movie makes me think of? Plato's story, The Cave. It's where the people are chained inside of a cave, and the only thing they can see is the shadows created on the cave walls. To them, it's the only thing they know. It's their reality.
Just like how Truman is contained inside of the movie set, the things that happen in his world are the only things he knows. That is his reality. He is in his own world, oblivious to the one outside of his.
An article by John McGuire states, the knowledge of reality that can be gleaned in this way is obviously limited and vastly inferior to the sort of knowledge that one could get by breaking free of one's chains and exiting the cave to glimpse the real world in full light of day. This is kind of like the idea of Truman trying to discover the outside world. When he begins to break free of his own chains, he starts to see a glimpse of the real world.
The Truman Show is like the modernized version of The Cave. And you know what's even funnier? The Truman Show even parallels with our own lives, kind of like how we believe in what we are taught and exposed to. Since Truman was taught to believe his TV set is the real world, he believes it to be true. It is what he was presented with.
Kind of like how I was told to be a talk show host, it was an idea I was presented with, so now I believe that I am one.
Alex, you're too funny, but that's the idea exactly. People believe in what they're presented and told, kind of like Santa Claus. Well, you see, at a young age, kids are told that there is a fat man in a red suit who will bring you presents once a year. He has flying reindeer and lives at the North Pole. It sounds crazy, right? But you believe it, don't deny it. We were all taught to believe in him, and nobody told us otherwise.
What you're saying, and as we grow up and begin to explore and question these ideas, we find a new truth. Truman is that little kid who believes so much in what he was taught, but when he is older and people start to tell him otherwise, like his high school love, Sylvia, he begins to question what is real and what is not.
The Truman Show connects the real world and all that we are taught about and what we believe in. We accept the reality we are given and presented with. We all have our own realities based on what we are taught and that we know, and that is life.
So for a quick recap on everything we talked about today on the Daily Vibe. First, The Truman Show is a popular reality show without Truman actually knowing it. Second, throughout the movie, Truman tries to find out the truth and leave what he believes to be his world, his TV set. And lastly, reality is different for everyone, whether it's believing in Santa Claus, living in a cave, or being stuck on a TV set. It is our life, our reality.
Stay tuned to listen to our previews for next week's show with our special guest, Channing Tatum, and his upcoming movie.